Janet says, hey, I now have 1 year under my belt. Congratulations. Way to go, Janet. Now, flying by the seat of my pants. Oh, yes. Anyone else? I need a system for everything. Where should I start? Yes, you do. I put this off for so long. You're so wise to be asking this question now, Janet. For sure, for sure. The reason why we put together our sales breakthrough system is for exactly this reason. So now let me share with you the order in which you have to do this. You have to have systems for yourself, because if you keep flying by the seat of your pants, you won't get very far. You won't get to where the dreams are that you have for your store, and you'll be burnt out. That's what happens. Being a retailer is crazy stressful. Give me a yes. Right? It is. I used to always say that it felt like I was in an emergency room, and it feels as if there's always fires, as if there's always emergencies, right? And while that is true, what I didn't know was how much control I could have over those emergencies and how I didn't have to live like that. Listen, stuff still happens. You'll still get a phone call first thing in the morning saying someone is sick or something doesn't come in when it should, but there is so much more you can control than you realize you can. This is why I put together our sales breakthrough system, because you have to know these processes. And I don't want you to wait as long as I did and have to suffer as much as I did. I want you to be able to get success faster and be able to thrive at it. I want you to be able to have sales that are sustainable and that your cash flow is the same, and the team and your inventory and your marketing, right? The thing is that there's an order that you have to do these things in, all right? There's 4 main areas that you have to work on. The first is your finances. The least sexy of it all, I know, is what most of you think. Although I do know there's a couple number of people out there, like with me, that love that stuff. But even I didn't know how to do it right. I made so many mistakes. I mean, I was almost bankrupt twice. I share my mistakes all the time. By not focusing on your finances, right? And if you're just focusing on your traffic, what I hear all the time is that, oh, I just need more traffic. That's all I need. I just need to make another reel. I just need to go on TikTok. That's all I need to do. Because if I build more traffic, more sales solves all my problems. It won't if your store is like a bucket with holes in the bottom of it. Like, you see, if you're just pouring more money into a bucket that has holes, what are you getting? You're not keeping it all. So that's why we work on our financials first, so that we create this solid foundation that can hold the cash for you, right? So that's the reason why you have to work on your financial side first. And within that, we work on building your profit, building your margin, and building your cash flow. Once again, in that order. It's all scientifically proven that this is how this works. This is how you get the most results for your time and energy. This is how you can keep the most cash. The second thing then that you focus on is your inventory. It's your single largest expense. So if you can manage this right, if you can reduce your cost of goods by a couple percentage points, it makes a huge difference. It's what we do with our one-on-one clients. Like, we actually give them an open to buy that they need. And so with inventory, what you want to know is, first you have to organize it. You have to make sure you have the right structure of inventory, that it's in the right classes. Then you want to make sure you're balancing it. And then you want to also know how to do a vendor analysis, so you can see which vendors are actually really making you money. Because I tell you, every time we do this with clients, they find vendors that surprise them. They're either better than you thought or they're worse than you thought. Then you also need the best end of season sale ever. Nobody teaches this stuff, and it literally cures cash flow problems. I hear all the time about the J months and how horrible they are. They literally weren't for me. That was one thing that I had mastered early on, and that we teach all of our clients, because there is a way to do a sale that moves out more inventory than you can imagine and puts more cash in your pocket than ever. It's incredible. So that you can make sure that you turn all of that into cash. The next thing that we cover in the sales breakthrough system, and then the next thing that you have to focus on, is your team. And you've got to make sure that you're clear on what your goals are. Yes, we actually put this under team, because in order for you to fully have a team that supports you, you have to know where you're going, right? You have to know what your goals are. So I want to make sure that you have your goals set so that they're front and center for you. I want to make sure that you have hiring and training all in place, and also that you know how to create your culture into one that supports people and gets everybody pulling in the same direction. And then last, and certainly not least, you've got to have consistent traffic of the right customers at the right time. You don't always market to the same customers all the time. People are shocked about that. You have to develop a foolproof way of bringing in new customers all the time with your customer magnet. You have to have a marketing strategy to cure slow sales, because that'll happen to you. You'll be sitting there in the middle of a season and all of a sudden there's not enough traffic through the door. So what do you do to increase traffic? You got it down. And then also reactivating your customers that haven't been back for a while. So these are the steps that you have to go through. And like I said, you've got to do them in that order to make sure that you're building on success, right? And that you have everything in place so that you can maximize the cash and maximize your time and energy in it. This is how you get started. And if you'd like more help with it, if you feel lost on how to create all these systems, you have it all done for you. And it's $99 a month to get started with. It's so powerful. And our sales breakthrough system walks you through exactly what to do with all these steps. And you can work through it as slowly or as fast as you want. And then we also have monthly calls that also cover time-specific things. And then we have additional trainings that go through there throughout the year, because we don't want anything to block your progress. And if you want any more information, don't hesitate to ask. We're here for you. Happy retailing. Bye.